Whatever happened to manners? Tonight, we'll hear from the etiquette experts, plus Maryland's new higher education secretary.
This is Newsnight Maryland with Bob Alfidge and Camilla Carr.
Good evening. How many times has someone jumped the line on you or maybe cut you off while driving?
It seems rudeness is on the rise and impolite behavior is becoming more commonplace than ever. In fact, a recent study indicates that nearly 4 out of 5 Americans say civility has declined over the last 10 years. Why has this happened? Newsnight Maryland correspondent Yolanda Vasquez explores that question in tonight's Maryland Life. From unruly airline passengers to rude drivers on the road, have we become a society that's simply forgotten how to be nice to one another?
I believe so. People have lost their manners from time to time.
Nearly 9 out of 10 Americans feel that incivility is a serious problem today, and many feel it's getting worse.
What do you think the reasons are? Why are people in such a rush? They've got to cut people off. They need to be rude on the airline. What do you think are some of the reasons why people are so unmannerly?
No one cares. I don't know. It's what it seems like. People are so caught up in their own day-to-day business that they don't worry about the people around them.
It's all about me.
Me.
And nowhere is that more evident than with the growing use of cell phones. Last month, the Cafe Promenade at the Renaissance Mayflower Hotel decided to restrict the use of cell phones in their restaurant.
I think it's ill-mannered, and I believe that that kind of a conversation should take place in a phone booth.
General Manager George Cook says he implemented the policy after seeing too many customers annoyed by incessant rings and noisy chatter. He admits not everyone abides by the rule, but at least it's a small step towards cell phone civility.
I just put it in their mind, hopefully, that the next time they get a cell phone call, they'll think before they pick it up. They'll think of where they are. They'll think that maybe this isn't appropriate and maybe it is ill-mannered to do it in a fine restaurant.
I think it's nice when a restaurant makes the effort to say they'll take care of it so that all of their diners are, comfortable.
Of course, you can encounter impolite behavior almost anywhere you turn. A recent survey by restaurant reviewer Zagat found that gripes about service have tripled over the past 5 years. And when flying the so-called friendly skies, no one has had to bear the brunt of boorish behavior more than airline employees, who say air rage incidents are on the rise. In today's fast-paced world, no one has the time to say please or thank you. In fact, most of the people we spoke to say politeness is slowly becoming a thing of the past. And in the business world, manners are just as important as having the skills to get the job done.
Incredible demand for business etiquette today. In fact, I've never seen anything like it, and I've been in the business over 40 years.
Dorothea Johnson is a well-known etiquette expert. As director of the Protocol School of Washington, Dorothea has spent most of her life refining other people's social skills. She says she's not the least bit surprised by society's improper behavior and attributes the recent rise in rudeness to high levels of stress, impatience, and overwhelming anger.
I think there are a lot of unhappy people that don't respect themselves. They have very poor self-esteem, and this anger comes out.
Johnson also feels that the competitive nature of today's marketplace has bred a new generation of brash entrepreneurs. But no matter how rude, crude, and obnoxious we can be, there's always somebody who thinks, hey, we're not that bad after all.
If anything, I find that the world is getting better and the people in it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
In Washington, Yolanda Vasquez, Newsnight, Maryland.